130-pound division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This warrior holds a record of 0 wins and 0 losses. Representing Technique Training, help me welcome Chris the Outlaw Anders. Introduced opponent fighting out of the red corner. This warrior also holds a record of 0 wins and 0 losses. Representing Cruz MMA, help me welcome Brian Mad Dog Masache. And yes, you need your good person inside the ring. And your referee for this contest, Vic Grant.
Here we go, folks. 3 3-minute rounds, professional kickboxing action. Liam Tarrant and LG Bernal joining you here. Anders out of the blue corner, Masache out of the red. Now, in professional kickboxing, the difference is longer rounds, knees to the head are legal, and spinning back fists are legal. And there are no standing 8 counts.
I have a feeling Anders is going to be taking advantage of those spins right now.
Snap kick to the face there, a la Steven Seagal.
Nice body kick there from Anders, finding the body of Brian perfectly.
Oh, big body shot. Anders is turning it on. Masache is coming back at him. Anders is not slowing down at all.
What started that cascade was a beautiful body kick from Anders that brought Brian's hands down. Anders is focused. He's not looking for the finish too quickly. He's taking his time.
He's got those highlight reel shots, though. You never know when something can come at you. There's still 1:40 left in this round. Masache with a jumping attack of his own.
Brian was able to weather the storm. He's still turning his body over into some heavy shots here, but you have to know that his ears are ringing right now.
Yeah, Anders did a nice job changing levels, hitting the body, hitting the head, going all over the place. Gets that body once again. Masache biting down hard on that mouthpiece.
Good checks from Anders as well.
Going with a spinning shot, but slips. There's Masache. Oh, wow. Anders getting caught. Masache being warned by catching. He almost paid with a penalty from Anders spinning and catching him with a kick.
Nice left hand from Anders.
Yeah, Anders the southpaw, letting those hard left shots. Masache trying to make it messy in there.
That's what you're going to have to do if you're in his position right now. Make it a fight. Big head kick there from Anders. Even though Brian's hand was up, the power was able to slip through and still hurt his head.
10 seconds left in the first round.
I'm going to be watching the corner vice very carefully in between these 2 rounds.
I'd like to see a replay, if we can, of that flurry that Anders had. That was really impressive. And here we see, as he said, it started out with a body shot, and then he went for the axe kick, but just missed. And he started pouring it on from there.
You've got to imagine that if you're in Brian's corner, not only are you calling for some big Hail Mary shots, but you're also really wanting him to keep his cool and find his composure with some heavy breathing right now. When you get mixed up in big flurries like that, your body can dump adrenaline and it can make you really tired. He seems to not have done that. He's very calm. He seems composed. His corner seems composed as well.
Masache coming out of Cruz MMA, lots of experience there in the corner.
Do you think that was a 10-8 round?
I think it very well could have been. It could be up to a judge's discretion. It doesn't have to be a point taken or a knockdown, but if they called that a 10-8 round, I wouldn't complain and say, yeah, I can see that. Good call. Here we go, second of 3 scheduled 3-minute rounds. Pro kickboxing here at K-Series. Chris Anders out of the blue corner, Brian Masache out of the red. Masache with a nice opening shot. That's a right here in the corner with us.
Starting to wonder if size difference is playing a part right now. Brian just threw a really heavy combination where his feet were on the ground and he was really turning over and his feet were lifted off the floor by a punch of Anders a little bit. He just slid backwards.
That left hand of Anders landed hard. Once again, stumbled Masache back a bit. Being warned again, you run up and you're going to catch the kicks.
Anders is doing such a beautiful job, not only technically, but by just making this a little bit of a dogfight. At the end of combinations, he's not afraid to mix it up with Brian.
It seems like that's the kind of fight I think Masache wants here. He wants that firefight.
Right, and if you're Anders, you have to trust your skill level, but don't be afraid to let Brian play his game out because you can come out on top if you're smart enough. I think Mad Dog is the perfect nickname for Brian.
He's got that dog in him for sure. Whole 120 left to go. I love 3-minute rounds. It's the best because they just keep going and going. The 2 minutes are over so fast.
I just noticed it. There's some blood on the right brow of Chris Anders. I don't know what shot it was from, but his brow is definitely bleeding. Probably from one of those leaping left hands from Brian.
It seems like no matter what Anders hits Masache with, he just keeps coming forward. Masache is one of those durable guys who just cannot dissuade. Yeah, you can see good point calling that out there, LG. Blood streaming from the brow of Anders.
Luckily, it's not flowing into his eye, so I can't imagine the doctors being upset about it.
Under 30 seconds left in the second.
Brian seems to have solved the puzzle of those big body shots and body kicks that were setting up the flurries that Anders were so successful with in the first round. He's blocking the body kicks with his arms now. That poses its own threat, but it's keeping his hands high enough to be able to block punches from Anders.
Nope, another slip.
Woo!
I'll tell you, Masache had a good round that round. I think he did better in that round than he did in the first round.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was a very, very, very good round, especially considering how it started in that first round. I was worried about his durability in the second and third once the damage started to accumulate, but he found some rhythm in that one.
Yeah.
He really had some success, and he had even a little bit of a swag in his step at the end of the round whenever the bell rang.
I think a very even round, but much more competitive for Masache. Folks, that's the kind of action you're going to see here at RFC Promotions. You can follow us on Instagram at rfc.promotions, and you can follow us on YouTube to see all our back catalog of fights on YouTube at RFC Promotions _. You definitely want to check that out. You can follow me at Liam Talks Fights and LG at lg.panel. Our next event, May 7th at Madison Square Garden, the greatest arena in the world. We'll have kickboxing and Muay Thai together at the Warrior Series. Stay tuned for that. More information coming up. Matchups will be coming out soon.
I'm sad that it's the last round of this fight. Chris Anders has put on a showcase in the skills department, but man, Brian is your nightmare of a fighter where you throw everything you have at him and the kitchen sink and he still steps forward and wants to grind through the round.
Yeah, if Masache has a big round here, I could see him taking up the scorecards possibly, but Anders cannot let him get away with that. Anders, there you go. Absolutely screaming 1-2s at him.
think Anders has got to start the combinations. He can't wait for Brian to be the first one to punch.
Angling out nicely. Oh, Masache happened to have that right hand up there.
I'm having so much fun watching this fight that my shoulders are tense. Beautiful scooping right hand from Anders just now. Brian just had some success with a big combination. Anders got him off of them, but he's coming back for more.
If Masache's gonna do it, he's gotta do it now.
You're right, he only has half of a round left.
Nice right hand lands. I'll tell you, a knockdown for either guy here could seal the scorecard for him and take the fight. Blood streaming now from the right eyebrow of Anders. 110 remaining. Nicely done by Anders getting out of the corner.
Yeah, he needed that. He needs more space. He's a longer fighter and needs the space for his punches and kicks.
Less than a minute remaining here. Masache knows what kind of position he's in. Anders has got to be careful here.
Ooh, big knee from Anders. That's money in the bank. Really makes your opponent slow down, and it seems to have.
Well, we're about to hit closing time, coming into the final 30 seconds. Mouthpiece is out. Good catch by Nick Grant. Got the mouthpiece back in.
This is what really matters. These last 30 seconds of the last round in a close fight where they're both dogs. When it comes to spinning attacks, the inside is exactly where you want to be to take the power off, and that's what Brian did. Good thinking on his feet, even when he's this tired.
10 seconds, final 10 seconds of the fight here. What an entertaining this fight this has been. Wow. This sold-out crowd at Melrose Ballroom is getting what they paid for. That was a fight, folks. What a round, what a bout. What a set of warriors.
What a dog.
You see Ricky Villasano very happy in there, the promoter, owner of RFC and K Series. This is going to be interesting to see how the judges score this.
There's not a face in the room that isn't smiling right now. That was a fun fight to watch.
Yeah, excellent, excellent fight. We will go to the judges' scorecards. Both men making their pro debuts and making a huge impression on the crowd here.
They're both going to go home tonight knowing that they've been in a physical fight.
I got a bit of, I think I got Anders' blood on my bout sheet here. Checking my shirt, I'm all good. See, LG, you were thinking, you're wearing dark clothes. I wore a blue shirt, so I got to learn from you here.
I don't want either of them to lose.
Neither do I, yeah, that's the thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for these two warriors. What a fight! After 3 minute rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard for our decision. With your winner by unanimous decision, coming out of the blue corner, Chris the Outlaw Anders.
Outlaw Anders, I think on the strength of that first round, that was a very tough one to come back from, but you know, what a fantastic job by Brian Masache. That was a fight. That was the kind of fight you can't help but just, you see that kind of action, you just fall in love with the whole game.